Alright, in this video I'll share with you the 7 regrets I have about the 40 years I lived in Dubai. 7 regrets. Okay, people generally ask me, what are your regrets in your younger age? Given the fact that I lived in Dubai my whole life, 40 years, at least half of my first whole life, there are regrets. It's not that life was perfect. So if I could go back in time, let's say I could go back to Loy being a young man in Dubai, what are the 7 things I would do differently? So I'll share them with you, but I've revised it for 2024. Okay, because obviously my days, my time, lifestyle was different, expenses were different, the environment was different, there was no internet, so I'm making it revised. So if I was in UAE today, okay, starting off from scratch, these are the 7 things I would do. Let me know which one you agree or disagree with. The first one is, I would definitely seek out a mentor. Now, it is not because I'm in the coaching business or, I'm looking forward for more business, which I definitely am. But that's not the point. See, most of the people who go to Dubai are newbies, okay? Or someone who's young is a new person. Now, most of the people there have no idea what to do, what is their purpose in life, what is the direction they should take, what is the salary they should negotiate, what is the company they should work for. They have no idea. They're just going like a rudderless boat in an ocean and seeing where the ocean takes them. It's more like a happy-go-lucky attitude. For me, the problem was I had no idea what I was doing, where I was headed, why was I doing it, whether it was a good idea, bad idea, whether what I was doing would cause me harm. I just went on with life each and every day, directionless. Although I was busy doing something. But the problem is, because I did something and I did many things, it all amounted to nothing. Like, I'll give you a few examples. All the days, the time, the effort, the money, everything, the creativity I spend on bodybuilding, for example, 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day, spending tons of money on supplements, lots of money on steroids, on building muscle and joining gyms. And I'll tell you, I must have given nearly, I think, 20 years of my life. Seriously, 20 years. Just imagine all that money. And the steroids are not cheap. Nearly, if you're talking those days, $500. Today it would be like $1,000, $2,000 a month on steroids and supplements. Just calculate. $1,000 to $2,000 today's money for 20 years per month. So $2,000 per month is how much? 2,400. Okay. So multiply that into, say, 10 is 24,000 and 20 is 48,000. Now maybe you'll say, I don't know if my math is correct. Very bad at maths. No, 2,000 into 12, 24,000, 240,000, 400, $500,000. I don't know. Just correct me if I'm wrong. Huh? So imagine all that money I spent, and where is my body today? Where is the supplements? Where is the steroid? All gone to the toilet. In fact, it caused me more harm later on. Now just imagine if I had a mentor who would tell me, listen, Loy, don't go for this. Instead, go for this sport or that sport, or say running or triathlon or something that will help you not only become fit with functional muscles, but you'll meet CEOs, directors, in this particular sport. It's a rich man's sport. One of my clients and contacts, he was from India, used to only play cricket. He took my advice and went into learning golf. Why? Because his boss, the owner of the company, and a lot of VIPs that he knew played golf. He actually took a bank loan and he joined a that yacht, no, Dubai Yacht Club or something. And I'll tell you, because he was hanging out every day there, he started rubbing shoulders, and owner finally noticed him, and it helped his career a lot. True story, this is not fake, huh? So the first one is, if you get yourself a right mentor, he can guide you. Others you'll end up doing. A mentor will help you in investments. A mentor will tell you, this is the career, this is the person you should meet, this is what you should say at the interview, this is how you should negotiate. So someone who has age, experience and wisdom will really help you. So that's point number one. Point number two is, because I didn't have a mentor and I had tons of energy and I was restless, I made plenty of bad friends. All the friends I made to this date, not one am I in touch with. Not one. Not a single one. Not in touch with anyone. Nobody's in touch with me. Nobody cares. I don't care. So just imagine all the days, nights, all the moments, all the experiences, all the picnics, the, hanging out in the nightclub, visiting restaurants, going to, accompanying them for movies and spending on their birthday, they spending on mine, all amounted to what? Yes, at that time it gave a lot of happiness. But long term, it's all waste, no? More than anything else, if I had chosen my friends wisely, people who could help me grow, learn, become mature, wouldn't that have been much better instead of taking idiots who are my age? Today, even though maybe some of them are successful, maybe, I'm not too sure, I'm not in touch with them, but they are not interested to keep in touch. So the time I had was when we were friends. And when we were friends, there was no learning, there was no growing. It was just fun. Which, when I look back today, it's not worth it. And that brings me to the third point. The most painful one is the time that I wasted. Oh, goodness. You remember I told you, I made friends. We used to go out for clubs, nightclubs, and they used to drink, so they used to go to pubs. Now, even though I said a sentence, maybe you didn't get the idea. When you go to a nightclub, you generally go by what time? Say by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, so that you don't get charged, free entry. Okay. So you go at 10 and or 11, nobody is there, so free entry. And then you stay all the way till 4 o'clock in the morning until it closes. So 10 or 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Now, you don't just pop up to the club, right? You have to drive down. So half an hour. So 5 hours, half an hour go, half an hour come, 6 hours. And then to dress up, get ready, have a shower and all that, so 6.5 hours. And then you go, in my case, I has to go to the gym, pump iron, look good, be strong. So 7.5. And then after that, we used to stop over to have something to eat, Burger King or something. So let's say 8 hours. Just imagine the 8 hours I spend on twice a week. 8 hours, which destroyed my sleep, which wasted my time. And the next day you're not at all productive. So the next day is anyway wasted. So 8 hours plus 1 day. Can you imagine if you or me would have invested that time into something worthwhile? Much better, right? See, when we're young, we don't have a concept of time. We think, we can just enjoy. We don't need to sleep. We don't need to eat healthy. We don't need to take rest. We don't need to follow a routine. Our bodies are young. We can damage it as much as possible. But ask someone who's in their 50s to party the whole night. Next day, they cannot function. Maybe they'll not function for the next 2 days or 3 days. If I don't sleep properly, I don't get my proper sleep, I can't function for hours and hours until caffeine gets in, until I'm like, oh, okay, now I can do. Even this video that I'm making, if I didn't get sleep, I will get up like a zombie for at least 4, 5, 6 hours until I gather my thoughts. So imagine how much of time I wasted, man. Bloody hell. From the age of like, let's say 20 till the age of like until I faced my disasters and grew up. 36, 16 years, no? Gone. Will I ever get it back? Time is a resource. You may not realize this, but when you become old, you will. How many people who focused, they have got serious promotions, they've improved their earning capacity, they've, structured their life, they've settled down abroad, they have multiple properties, income. Look at me. You really want to know what is pain? Meet one of your schoolmates or classmates, and then when you realize he's a CEO of a company, he's earning maybe 10 times more than you, he's a global head of a division, and his children have free education in the best schools possible. He has multiple properties, he has businesses. There you'll feel like shit. You'll feel like a loser, man. You'll be like, what the hell did I do with my life? I can't even give my loved ones a good life. So number 3 is time. Number 4 is, now obviously if you spend time, you spend money, right? Now I'm not saying be a miser. I'm not saying don't spend at all. Neither am I saying don't enjoy. But the problem is, there should be some skill to learn money management. I'm not saying invest in stocks or cryptos. I don't know if that is your thing. But my one client, he told me this. He met one guy who is his age, okay, in his company. And he said, I accidentally bumped into him. It's a large multinational. Met in the, hall where they were eating food. And it turned out that this guy is just 1 or 2 years elder to him. And he's from the same village as he is, okay, in India. And there he found out this guy is very senior to him, very, very senior. And not only that, as he was talking, he was like, I'm going to move out to the West because I got headhunted, okay? And then he came to know this guy has 4 properties back home, massive, huge properties worth millions. And he's like, how did you save? No, I saved money. I took a loan, from India. I made the right choices. So I have 4 properties. My bank balance is healthy enough where I can migrate, anywhere. I can be an investor. This client of mine felt like shit. He told me I was so upset and so depressed. He's like, this guy is hardly 1 or 2 years elder to me, say from the same village. But he is so much more successful. And he has a family, he has a wife, he has kids. And my life is, I'm just, 2 positions lower, 2 grades lower, which is a big income, So what he said is, had I invested the money properly, where would I be? Instead, this guy had invested in cars, girls, having fun, traveling. Now he finds that useless. So number 4 is money. Number 5, I would say that it is, we tend to have hobbies and interests, okay? And we tend to develop them, which is a very good thing. But because when we have hobbies and interests, we put money, effort, time into developing them. And then we might also take training programs for them, which is good. I highly recommend this. But in my case, there was nobody to guide me on what is the right training program. Would you believe if I tell you this? This is not a joke. This is not exaggeration. I think I have invested more than at least $500,000, on the wrong training program, on the wrong coaches, on the wrong DVDs, wrong books, wrong whatever. And I did this from a very young age, very, very young age. I used to always invest in coaches and programs and books and CDs, DVDs, MP3s, because there was none available. Like today, okay, the internet is for free, but I wanted the original material. And see, even free, if you take for free, there's nothing that is structured. See, all information is available online for free. The question is, what do you search for And how do you know it is good or not? That is the biggest challenge. That is why it's better to have someone who will train you. I'll give you an example. Videos to lose weight and get in shape. You can quickly search right now on YouTube. I'm very sure minimum, over the first few seconds after you type, you will get 20 channels. Okay, 20 bodybuilding and fitness, all free content. You type nutrition, losing weight, healthy lifestyle, again 20. So you get 20 channels for exercise, 20 channels for food, 20 channels for supplements, and each one of those content creators will have maybe, say, roughly 100 videos. So now you have 20, 40, 60 plus 100. So you have around what, 6,000 videos. But I'll write and give you, even after all that, nothing is going to change in your life. Why? Because what's the use of all this information? You have to put it to work, right? So, and even if you follow the information, do you know if what you're doing is right? Do you know, is it going to harm you or do good for you? I used to take my information from Flex, Muscle and Fitness magazine, from random people here and there. I destroyed so much of time, effort and money. So, had someone guided me, maybe today I would have taken a certification program or some kind of certification or some kind of expertise that would help me today maybe make more money, maybe have a better life. Maybe I would be able to provide people more value. See, public speaking was my forte. Okay, managing events, being an MC, being a DJ, those are the things I loved. Those are my hobbies. But I wasted my whole life not knowing what to do with that, where to get the training, how to improve on it, how to commercialize it. While the people who have been given the right direction, they are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. See, once again, wasted. That is number 4. So make sure your hobbies, your interest, your passion, whatever you're good at, once again is guided, structured, and given a proper direction. Number 5. This one, everyone is guilty of. Girls. Who hasn't chased women? If you're a guy, you would have definitely chased women. So what is the drawback here? Again, time, effort, energy. All the girls I enjoyed, yeah, it was great fun. The only, consolation I can give myself is, okay, I dated multiple number of girls, 300, 400, whatever. So multiplicity of experiences. Thankfully, no STD. Okay. But now imagine a guy dedicates his whole life to one relationship or one girl, only for it to break up. And then all the money, time, effort, energy invested gone. That is one. Another one is a guy who is addicted to sex or fun or pleasure. By the time his age catches up, he'll be like, the amount of money I spent into all this time, it's all gone. Then the worst one is where a girl takes advantage of you and dumps your ass. Girls have been a very important part of my life because I was a young man. But in hindsight, when I look at it, I'll tell you, when I was a young man, if a girl called me from Ajman, we were staying that time in Ajman temporary, to Abu Dhabi, which is nearly 200 kilometers, just to talk to that girl, because those days there was no webcam and this and that, just to talk and spend some time with the girl, I would travel 200 kilometers, spend the whole day traveling there, 1 hour, 2 hour, and whole day coming back. So you can imagine the state of affairs. Number 6 is the people who surround you, which I've already spoken about, whether it's your relatives, your family. You know, when you are in a place like Dubai, be mindful as to who you surround yourself with, because their habits will come to you, their lifestyles will impact you, their opinions will change you. I wish I was part of a circle of maybe CEOs or directors or the who's who. My client, one more, who is in a multinational company now, I keep pushing him every single day. Meet the CEOs, meet the directors, rub shoulders with people here, go for this seminar, go for that concert, all these VIPs, keep showing your face. Keep go what games or sports they play, be there. Because the more you interact with these people, the more the ice breaks. And then you have quality people surrounding you instead of your relatives and who you're born with, and they themselves have their own bloody, goals in life, which may not align with yours, man. And last but not the least, the biggest mistake or regret that I did in UAE was my personal brand. I used to market and sell my services. I used to promote myself. That is true. But one is I didn't know how, so I didn't follow the optimal way. Second one, I didn't know how to take advantage of it, so that was another problem. And third one was, had I really invested in my personal brand, whether it was my skills, whether it was my name, whether it was marketing my image, whether grabbing opportunities to speak, conduct training programs, networking, traveling. If I'd positioned myself as a brand, I'll tell you today my ability to charge money would definitely be 10 times more. Yeah. Now you must be thinking, hey, but I'm not a freelancer or I'm not a coach or this thing. If you focus on marketing and selling yourself as a brand, not as an employee, you become an industry leader and industry expert. And people pay you shitload of money just if they want you. If they want anybody, fine, they'll give you a normal salary. But if they want you, there are people willing to pay. Yes, you'll have to negotiate. Yes, you'll have to do it intelligently. I'm telling you today, what am I doing? Marketing and selling teaching my clients how to market and sell themselves. And they are seeing the results. So sometimes when my client asks me, so just imagine if you had done this right from the time you were young, 20, like they tell me sometimes, so I wish I had met you, during my college days, you would have really changed my life. I said, forget you. I myself, if I could mentor myself at the age of 20, today 47, 27 years, nearly 30 years of my life, I've not achieved my peak. And now I'm going to move towards 50. Now what do I do? So another life lesson, regret or whatever. So overall, these are the bits and pieces, which I really look back and regret. One bonus I can give you is, I wish I'd got the citizenship of a country where I could call home. I could retire there, or, they have old age benefits or whatever. I'm not saying I want handouts, but a country which has structured rules and benefits for its citizens. And there are some countries that really take care of its citizens, really. Had I the right guidance, maybe at the age of 20 itself, I would start working towards migrating myself, maybe Norway or Denmark or Switzerland or something. Right? What to do? You have to make good with what you have, right? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. And by the way, I think Sweden or Switzerland, the benefits that they offer their citizens and the net capita worth per person, unbelievable. Anyway, these are the bits that I regret. So let me know which one you resonate with, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys take care. It's me signing off.